beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm bringing you another banging recipe. I am making a yam porridge, and everything that I used for this, the ingredients, I'll link down below. If you don't like yam, then here is a recipe you should try. Okay, first I'm starting by making a yam porridge. I'm heating my olive oil and my palm oil, and then I'm going in with my onions. You want to be generous with your onions because why not? If you don't like onions, please blend it, but still be generous. And then I'm adding just a little bit of tomato paste. Right, well then add your jollof mix. I like drying mine, and this jollof mix is a combination of pepper, onions, and just a little bit of tomato. You don't need to fry it too much if you've dried it. And then here I'm adding my meat broth. This is optional, but if you like chicken or meat broth, then you should do this. So notice how I'm seasoning this after putting in my meat stock, because most of the flavors and it's already in the meat. You don't need to season it much. And then this is crayfish. If you like crayfish, add, but do not add too much because that's a recipe for disaster. And yes, this is very, very optional. I added my Panla fish because I love the taste of Panla. This one is compulsory. If you're using this recipe, you need to put your fish, you need to put your Titus fish or mackerel. I don't know what you call it there, but we call it Titus here. And you let it simmer a bit and, marry the stew. Just let it release its flavor into the stew. At this point itself, you could just decide to have white yam and stew. But no, I'm making porridge, so I have to add my yam. Your house should already smell like heaven at this point. Just add a little bit of water and then you cover it. I'm using the lowest heat for this. I'm cooking it in the lowest heat so that it's soft. At this point, I realized that my pepper was not peppering, so I had to add more pepper. If you like pepper, you can just, make sure the pepper is enough from the start. Otherwise, it's fine. And here I'm trying to gently mash some yam into so that I like meshed yam. I like it's Asaro. It has to be meshed. It has to be soft and meshed. And basically you're done. You just have to add your vegetable. Any vegetable of your choice is fine. Here I use scent leaf. Scent leaf just gives off a very nice scent and a very nice flavor to your food. I don't know if I can do without scent leaf. Yeah, Asaro is ready. You can now dish up your Asaro. Yes, but before that, you add your onions. If you like, this is optional. At this point, just expect your neighbor because they will come. They will come from every corner. Did you know that there are two kinds of people? Those that like yam and those that don't like yam. So once again, I'm bringing you another yam recipe. This here is Yamarita. The ingredients I use for this recipe will be linked down below as well. And the first thing is to start by cutting your yam. The size of the yam you cut is also very important. Here I'm cutting it very small, but you can make it chunkier, but I would advise you shouldn't make it smaller than this, otherwise it breaks. And then I'm adding my salt when I'm boiling it. Yes, I am adding sugar. It's optional. Another thing you should add, but I forgot to record, is your butter, or you can use olive oil. Then I'm going to let it boil. When it is soft like this, when it starts melting and you can tell it's soft, then it's ready. You need to filter the water out. You need to seal the water. Then you transfer it to a plate and put in the fridge so that it hardens. So you start this part by breaking your egg yolk. I use 3, and then I start to season my flour. You season it with salt. This thing right here is salt. I know it looks weird, but it's salt. and that's it. White pepper. You want to season with white pepper, with black pepper. All this pepper that I'm adding, it's not even spicy like Nigerian kind of hot. It's just the flavor that you need. It's not, I don't really consider this pepper, but whatever. And then you add your Suya pepper, and then you stir everything up very, very well. So because you're deep frying this, you need a lot of oil, but since I'm frying just a little, I'm adding that much. You can add more if you're frying more. And then you want to stir your egg and start dipping your yam into the flour. You can be more professional than I am. Honestly, this is my first time making Yamarita, but it came out really nice. So yeah, dip your flour and your... Guys, you need to try this recipe, because it's really, really good. I wish I can just give you the food to eat. And yes, you put it in the hot oil, and after a while you start turning it. Turn it to the other side. You can see how golden brown it's become, and then you make sure it fries in both sides, and then yes, this is how your Yamarita should look like, if not better. Ta-da! Your Yamarita is ready. You can eat this with stew, or you can eat it like that, but if you're a weirdo like me, then you can have it with egg sauce. Please don't come at me for this, it's my preference. Egg sauce and yam is one of the breakfast staples in Nigeria, or should I say weekend breakfast. As usual, the ingredients for this recipe is linked down below. To start, you need to heat your pan in a medium-low heat. Then you add your salt, your chopped onions, and let it fry a bit. At this point, you add your chili pepper. Then after like a minute, you add in your tomato, your chopped tomato. You can blend this, or you can just chop it like this, but I prefer it this way. And the carrot is very optional, but you know, it just makes the food more colorful. For this quantity of egg sauce that I'm making, just 1 cube of Maggi, is okay. So after stirring and frying for about a minute or so, you add in your egg and make sure they are evenly distributed. And this is also optional. This is spring onions. It just, you know, makes it more colorful. I don't like egg sauce that is oily, so I use very little oil for this recipe. And then you want to gently turn this. You don't want it to be too I don't know, like minced. You need it chunky like this. This is the secret to my own egg sauce. And there you have it, guys. You can have this with boiled yam, fried yam, and for weirdos like me, you can have it with Yamarita, and I'll tell you, this was delicious. Ignore me being a bush girl. I just could not wait. It was just really, really enjoyable. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for my next video. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. Bye.
Give a damn about a hater when I feel like it. Not today, not today, not today, not tomorrow. Get out my way, please, I'm trying to get paid. Not today, not today, not today, not tomorrow. Get out my way, please, I'm trying to get paid.